Hello everyone. In this series of mathematics tutorials, we are going to cover all the topics of class 6. So first we are going to start with the chapter whole numbers. In the chapter whole numbers, first we will talk about successor and predecessor. Whenever whenever we add 1 to any natural number, we get the successor of that number. For example, let's take the number 24, right? Now if someone asks what is the successor of this number, what we will do, we will simply add 1 to the number. What we get? 25. So 25 is the successor of 24. And similarly, let's talk about predecessor. Whenever we add whenever we subtract 1 from any number, we get the predecessor of that number. So let's take the same example of 24. When we subtract 1 from the number, then the number that we will get is the predecessor of that number. So here we use the term natural number. We will talk about this later.
Good.
So let's take another example for predecessor and successor. I am going to rub this. Simply, what is a predecessor and successor is, let's say you have 16, right? After 16, what we will get? 17, and before 16, what's there? 15. Simply saying the number which is before this number is predecessor, and number which is after it is a successor of that number, right? So after the predecessor and successor, when we were explaining this topic, we were talking about natural numbers, right? Natural numbers. Generally, if I tell you to count something, what will you do? You will say like 1, 2, 3, 4, right? You will start with 1, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on, right? So naturally we start from 1. So this is because of this reason the number starting from 1 and up to so on up to infinity, we call these numbers as natural numbers, right? Now let's talk about whole numbers. Whole numbers. Whole numbers are nothing but all the natural numbers plus 0. 0 and all the numbers when combined, we call them whole numbers, right? So after talking about natural numbers and whole numbers, let's talk about number lines. Number line. Number line is nothing but mark a point and start with the whole numbers. Whole numbers start from 0, right? Yes. Start from 0 and draw the line towards your right. Okay. After this point, at a particular distance, mark a point and give it a 1. When we mark this point 1, this distance, what do we call this distance as? Unit distance. Unit distance. And similarly, mark a point again after the unit distance, give it number 2. Similarly, mark another point, give it number 3, and so on. 4, 5, 6, up to infinite. This is nothing but a number line. So some points to be noted here. Let's talk about this point 3. Just see one thing, all the numbers which are right to this number are greater than the number 3. For example, 4 is greater than 3, 5 is also greater than 3, 6 is also greater than 3. And similarly, all the numbers which are on the left side of in this number line, they are less than the number. For example, 2 is less than 3, 1 is also less than 3, and 0, this is also less than 3. So this is a number line. Now what we will do is we'll do addition, subtraction and multiplication using our number lines. Let me erase this. First start with addition. Addition of numbers using number line. Okay, let's say I want to add 2 with 3, which means I want to do this operation 2 plus 3. So now what we will do is we will first draw a number line like this, arrow at the right. We will start with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and so on. You can draw up to n number of times, right? So what we want to do is we want to do 2 plus 3. First we will talk about 2, right? 2, we mark a point at 2, okay? And what we want to add with 2? 3. So what we will do here is we want to add 3 with 2. So what we will do? We will do 3 jumps. Jump number 1, jump number 2 and jump number 3. Because we want to add 3, we did 3 jumps. Okay. After 2, we did 3 jumps and where we reached at number 5. So our answer is 5, right? You know 2 plus 3 is 5. Okay. Similarly, let's do 1 plus 4. Okay. Again we will draw a number line. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So we will start with the first number, right? 1. So we will mark a dot at 1. Okay. And what do we have to add? We have to add 4 to it. So what we will do? 4 jumps. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Where did we reach? At number 5. So the answer is 5. Right? So this is how we will do addition operation using number lines. So we are done with the addition using the number line. So let's talk about subtraction now. We want to do 5 minus 4. Okay. Again, first what we will do is we will draw a number line, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So first number is 5. We will mark a dot at 5, right? In addition, what we did is we did jumps at right side, right? But for subtraction, what we will do is we will do jumps but in left side, right? 5 minus 4, which means we have to make 4 jumps, but as we are doing subtraction, so we will do the jumps in left side. From 5, let's do 4 jumps. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So where have we reached? 1. So the answer is 1, right? Let's take one more example. Let's say we want to do 8 minus 2. Again we will be creating one number line first. Our first number is 8. We mark a dot here. So we are going to do subtraction, which means our jumps will be on the left side, right? How many jumps? 2 jumps. Starting from 8 towards the left side, and 2 jumps. 1 and 2, right? Where have we reached? 6. So our answer is 6. We also know 8 minus 2 is 6, right? So this is how we will do subtraction, right? So addition and subtraction using the number lines was quite similar. In addition, we were starting with the first number and we were doing the jumps towards the right side, right? And in subtraction, we were starting with the number and we were doing the jumps towards the left side, right? But multiplication is a bit different. Let's talk about multiplication. For example, we want to do 4 into 3, right? Again, we will create one number line, right? So in case of multiplication, what we will do is we will always start with 0, right? So we have two numbers, one is 4 and one is 3, right? You can consider 4 as number of jumps, and 3 is length of one jump, right? Okay, length of one jump we have considered 3, okay, and number of jumps what we are going to take is 4. So what we will do is first we will have one jump of size of length 3, 0 to 1, 2 and 3, okay. This we have covered one jump. So how many jumps we need? Number of jumps we need is 4, right? Similarly, 1, 2, 3, second jump, 1, 2, 3, third jump, and then 1, 2, 3, the fourth jump. So where have we reached? 12, right? So our answer is 12. So this can be done in other way also. Say for this same example, 4 into 3, we can consider the first number as length of jump, okay. This, in the previous case, we took this as number of jumps and this was the length of one jump. But in this case, we are considering the first number as length of one jump and the second number is number of jumps. Number of jumps, right? We did nothing, but we interchanged the things, okay. Again, we will create a number line 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay. So in case of multiplication, from where will we start? 0, right? We'll mark a point at 0. What we have considered is length of one jump is 4, okay. Length of one jump 1, 2, 3 and 4, okay. How many jumps we want? Number of jumps we want 3, okay. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we have 1, 2, 3 jumps. Number of jumps 3 and length of each jump is 4, 4 and 4. So where we reached? 12. So our answer is 12. So in both the cases we got the same result. Okay, so this way in this video we talked about predecessor, successor, whole number, natural number, number line, and how to do addition, subtraction and multiplication using number line.